I guess, play your cards too early, because as soon as you get that counter engage, it could be so difficult. So the way that we have these two teams set up, it feels like BLG need to be pretty proactive in a lot of ways.
Down towards the Drake, see if they couldn't pick that one up for themselves. Instead, both of these teams gonna just hover around the Drake. Feather actually does start it up. Do you actually want to go for this right here, Thunder Talk? They do, yeah. Instead, it is just going to be Way heading up towards the
level
top
sixes.
side.
I said it, Satab looking for the
all-in.
It's solo bolo to get first blood for TT.
As Knight.
Oh, he brought backup. He said, "Big brother, come help me out." Zenith Blade hits, and that'll be a tank from Way. Knight will get the kill right back. Revenge is a dish best served in the hands of TT up on top side right now. Way stopped his back.
Way staying here. There we go. I was going to say, Betron was also recalling, decided to stick around. Now, this is a risky dive if you go for it. TP.
I mean, they feel like they need to do something. They got to get a TP in. They're trying to get Hoya under turret, but this is dicey. BLG, they're under turret, but Hoya's back alive with the bailout, and Feather's going to hit the hostile takeover. Oh my goodness. Hoya still falls, and BLG are juggling masterfully as they take down the remaining members of TT. They get the place, they get the turret too, and all they paid for it was at least the life and some grubs.
That was a bit of a squeaker right there. Got a lot closer than it potentially needed to be. As from Hoya, really good dodging around to keep himself alive for as long as possible. Feather is actually the star of the show in this one. Finally manages to actually get the hostile takeover, but only lands it onto Knight. If he's able to get that across two members, Knight and Way, potentially maybe get L kills for his team. Hasn't actually put him ahead in any real sense of it. Bot lane, Bin, Setab. I don't think they're going to fight each other to the death, but actually, hang on. Hi, Betron.
Satab says, "I got buddies here. We're going to take you down, Bin. Might be Giga, but right now you're small," and Beituan takes that.
Pick up that kill, unlocks a lot of just free lane space right here for Setab as well. Going to be able to push this lane through, get a nice recall off. They don't see him.
Oh, they saw him because of the true shot. That's a huge combo. And now Satab caught out even with that level difference. Way is going to chase him down. He's trying to play some Alcove Gaming here, get a little bit more of it. But On is right here to try to play some games too. The Ignite goes down, and On will claim the kill.
I mean, it was an attempt.
Way has no real way in. And I think the trouble with the Nocturne is you just become a paranoia bot, but maybe it's going to be enough. The Rift Arrow getting low, the engage is going to be taken. They found the backline. Perfect excuse from Satab. Bailout will do nothing for you. You've got no hopes. You've got no dreams. As there is a bailout on the other side for TT. You got Bin coming in trying to make the difference. Nice Zenith Blade going to be dodged away from by Hoya. On is singled out by 1XN. And now TT have all the numbers they could possibly want. This is a 5v3, and BLG are overextending themselves. Beituan's just going to chase down Bin. Did you watch the games, bud? Because we're still putting you in the dumpster.
Oh boy, this is what we were talking about. As much as you may have a lead going into that team fight, Thunder Talk, they just fight different. This team knows how the team fight, and the second that you don't land that initial solo flare out of On, it was as we were highlighting. How do they actually start early in these team fights? You're not that tanky at this point in the game as a Vi, but lands everyone that they need to.
Bailout's been used. They've actually taken down 1XN. They couldn't get him. Now BLG, they're throwing a little bit of muscle around themselves. Elk gets knocked down by Beituan. You've got the entrance from Satab. He's trying to get the backline. Way's getting low now. Things are getting a little bit spicy. Satab gets hit, and no, he's down. Elk can't get more, though. He's going to go with the cleanse. Bin looking onto Hoya now. They might be able to follow this up. They have a lot of range. They have a lot of follow-through. Way looking to try to get something. One more, and there he is. He gets the kill back on a Feather at BLG. They're kicking it, screaming back into this game.
Yeah, BLG, they're not going to allow this game to happen to them. Picking up this mid lane tower as well. Huge injection of gold, and that's teamfight 1 right before they head on down to take this Drake. Huge swing back and forth. The gold graph on this game going to look a little bit like a roller coaster so far in this one. Betron in the area, not going to be here in time to be able to actually get a steal off. Still potentially stepping up here, really? I mean, he has friends on the way.
Yeah, he has 1XN on the way. I think this might be a little bit overzealous, but like it's a piercing arrow combo! Oh my god, Bin gets his life ripped from his very soul, and Odd's going down as well. One more vault breaker for good measure. Beituan is showing up.
and showing off with that one. I mean, that was a level of confidence that I love to see from this kind of player. We've been highlighting him throughout the early stages of this game, a key component for Thunder Talk, someone they've been building around for a while and paying it back right here. Elk under massive threat. There you go.
Elk, no way, Jose. I said he's going to hate his life in this game, and he absolutely does. His life is no longer. It is forfeit as TT screaming from the clouds, just like you, Cal, used to do. TT's is so much easier to execute. You literally need to land the cease and desist or a public execution onto a pertinent member, and you can take that away, where BLG have weird entrances. They have to find their way in a lot of different strategies to play through, and that right now in a game number 1 that means so much is playing to TT's advantage as they herald down in bot lane. They get 1 turret but will not continue the siege.
Everybody gonna back off, playing around Atakan. You don't want to step into that bush.
Solar Flare hits onto 1xN. 1xN's in trouble. Get the President out of there. They do indeed, and they make him out with Hoya coming in through the TP. That hostile takeover being down is big. Do BLG want to push the pressure here onto the Atakan on 3 items for Knight? The golden left hand of BLG, and here he is putting a little bit of moves on him. Paranoia comes through. 1xN gets bailed out, but he dies immediately after. That's a big hostile takeover right back. Bin has joined the fight, but look on the side. Bates 1 going for the lockdown, going for Elk, the man with the mission, and it's a double kill for Satab. Now the rest of TT are surrounding Bin. Bin, he's going down, and Hoya's got his number yet again. TT are steaming ahead, and there's pings to the big purple worm. They're looking to make this one lethal.
Yeah, this is a much easier objective to take, especially after you win a team fight in such convincing fashion. Wei is still alive, but doesn't really have a way into the pit right now. Has vision, could potentially go for the steal. This would be a crazy one to be able to get off. I mean, hey, if he could do it, legendary. Nah, not gonna go for it. I'd be very surprised if he did. You're basically just giving over the ace at that point. So like I said, of On and Wei going in at the same sort of time to make it so there's an unwinnable proposition in front of 1xN. Do I cleanse this bit? Do I cleanse that bit? Where do I go?
The Paranoia. Well, speaking of, he's going to have to choose. Now Wei is locked out for the cease and desist. You can't spell shield out of that one, and Wei is down. Jungler down means TT are going to run rampant on BLG. That's a big true shot barrage back across. Satab having to get away from BLG's backline. Knight keeping distance here. I don't think this is a fight that TT want to go. You're giving options to BLG, but maybe they just take the fight anyway. Cease and desist is not going to be available. You have to find another way to get your lockdown. Maybe it's a vault breaker going through. Elk looking to keep his distance though, and BLG playing their comp beautifully right now. Use this poke, use this prod, and keep them at arm's length. Zenith Blade going a little bit wide. TP coming back in. That's going to be Satab to try to pale out the rest of his team. BLG, things quiet down with TT still in the lead.
That was a weird TP right there. That's a TP reposition from bot lane up into that bush, but you kind of just lose out onto that one. You're now resetting without the TP. You're just walking back into the lane. Bitron is taking this blue buff at the point at which BLG are taking the dragon. This is a loss of a
trade, right?
Yeah, straight off of getting a pick on the enemy. Highlight it. Oh, hang on.
Oh, we're back. Okay, hostile taker have been used. They try to get him. Oh my god, the chains of corruption. Wei's gone. 1xN makes the difference. BLG were on the back foot, and now they're reeling. Hoya's under turret. He's healing. He's going down. Knight takes him out, and now Ben trying to come over and lick the wounds of BLG, but 1xN, he's carving those arrows into their body.
They can keep pushing through right here. You've also spent Beachuan up towards the mid lane to get that push going, and this is a huge swing of gold. As much as the Baron was the beginning of this play, it's now about what you can really wring from it. They also potentially want to go and pick themselves up the Atakan. With Wei dead for 13 more seconds, it's as good a time as any to go and pick up this next objective for yourselves. And now also being able to respawn through on these fights makes this so hard for BLG to play out. They had themselves in a good spot in this game, but it felt like they spent too long sort of stood around the objectives bot lane, not quite being able to pick up onto either the Drake or Atakan, weren't able to keep pushing those Mystic Shocks and do what he needs to. Thunder Talk, they are playing out the second half of this game masterfully. It was a bit of an iffy early game, but this one is great.
Yeah, the difference, the level up from their last series, the domination that we saw levied against them with that JDG roster. They learned from that, and they learned from their mistakes. And I just have to give more love to Bechuan. I mean, the guy has been the linchpin in their kind of mechanical setup here for TT. He is the guy that's been kicking off a lot of the big picks, and he's the guy that was so lauded when he came up through that FPX system. He was the next big jungler. He's the guy with the mechanics that can take your team to the...
Bechuan can get everybody else ahead, but he can also definitely play it through himself. We're getting hunted right here, gonna get jumped by multiple members.
I mean, they're Steven down here. They got everybody. They have the Adacon GA. Oh no, Knight!
Oh, Knight, no.
Hoya goes for the predict, knows where he's going to go, and Knight might get stuck between his own two worlds as TP's coming down for TT. 1xN has caught out Ben, pushed him away from the fight, and these Adacon GAs are looming like nightmares in front of BLG.
BLG, they're going to keep playing around this bottom side of the map.
Oh,
jump
the flash
onto
play.
Wei. Oh, Wei
I mean, they have Adacon.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, right? You can keep pushing on forward. Some teams, I have Baron going to be spawning. TP actually trying to flank and catch somebody out.
Trying to get Satab. He has Flash still available. The speed up from Ben. He's just going to go all in
here.
Go for it? Got him.
Wait, he's got him.
His own gigabit play as he takes down Ben. Looking for a Knight as well, but has no more gas in the tank. Does have a little bit of an exit strategy, though Knight's looking to hop, skip, and a jump his way to this kill. Elk wants one more auto. Satab goes golden. I don't think he can get out of that one, and Knight's going to claim that kill, but what have they lost? Pressure on top side, pressure on mid, and TT aren't giving up.
Yeah, time spent bot lane turns into more gold in TT's back pockets. Sure, you get a shutdown at least onto Satab. You need to make plays like this as BLG.
Lost now into pretty much domination of BLG so far in this one, but BLG are a team that you can never count out, although Elk might be counted out now as he has a Hoya looking to chase him down. Although you get Wei's paranoia, there's not much else to say. Public execution goes down, Wei is gone, and the cease and assist was saved to take down Elk. Elk takes him down!
No!
Bechuan ends Elk's life, and Hoya's still alive!
He doesn't even die!
Hoya's still alive! The man will never die, and TT will scream from the ashes of that phoenix that Bechuan was born into. He will straight go to the clouds and scream that Thunder Talk victory for game number 1.
Are Thunder Talk BLG's kryptonite? This team,
have to be.
They just know how to play team fights better than BLG do. 8-0-10 for Bechuan.